is the Mervyn King we knew from the first half of the Premier League.
Yeah, and the way he nailed down that double 10, you start thinking, why does he worry so much about always going for double 16s rather than double top, and double 10? I mean, it's obviously something that's nagging away, gnawing away at the back of his mind, but maybe it's something that he's got to get out of his system and just, do the normal thing.
Well, he didn't worry about a little bit of booing there, Rod, did he? It didn't come into his head. He just focused on it and took the shot out.
Countdown to the final is on. After this third place playoff match, it'll be Wade versus Taylor. We've seen some great battles between the two, particularly on the big stage at Blackpool, haven't we, in the World Match Play finals, some sensational finals. This is sensational. Throwing from Whitlock, well, 3 almost on a pinhead there. It's third of the match.
98.
Should all things being equal here, Rob, be 5 each from here, shouldn't it? 6 darts and 153. You'd normally expect a top-class pro like Whitlock to finish that up.
Well, he's going to get 2 darts on his return. Well, he's going to get 3 darts on the return now. So Mervyn King, all he can do is hit a big score. But he's still in the match, Mervyn, because, he hasn't got to worry too much because this is only Simon's throw. So
Simon, you require
when it goes
32.
to the 7-all, Mervyn will have the throw.
Double 16 then. Not the best, is it? Has to move along the Oki. Oh, I'll tell you what, that is a brilliant readjustment. And I tell you, he's hit 5 doubles in 10 attempts, 50%. Now that's the average he had when he came into tonight's action. And had he finished at that percentage rate against James Wade, he'd be in the final, Rob, wouldn't he? It was his finishing that really fell apart uncharacteristically against Wade.
Yeah, especially in the legs before the break. I think he was up to about 13%, which was unheard of for this guy. He's had 2 8 out of 9s in the Premier League. The last one in Nottingham, and he practices on them doubles all the time. And there's the 3-dart average. Whitlock now pushed it up to 98.5, and Mervyn at 94.5. This is a good game of darts.
And it could go all the way to the 15th and deciding leg. And there's that 50% I mentioned, but it's being trumped by Mervyn King's 56%.
85.
It's the 140s that are serving King well, and he adds another one to his tally. It goes to 9. That's been his strong suit, the 140s.
Well, certainly the 140s are going to win your legs and games. The 180s, they're going to win you the odd game, but you don't hit that over many of them. But that's that 140 total. And when you see players hit more 140s than they do tons, which has happened a lot of times, that's when a bloke's on fire.
Well, it's going to be another 2 treble visit. He'll come out for the 19s. It's as good as a 140. Statistically, it won't be in the column, but he leaves 62 and a possible 14-darter.
See, I personally would have liked to see Mervyn go for that 25 with that 3rd dart. That guaranteed him 2 darts and a double on his return. Instead of it may only be 1. He's got to hit a treble 10 now for his lucky double 16. If he only hits the 10, he's only going to get 1 dart at it.
Well, he's off target with his first dart, and as you said, Rod, just 1 dart at double 16, and he's missed it. And Whitlock now with a chance to break double 18.
Yeah, play the percentages. Now to break the throw, double 18. And straight in for Whitlock now, pushing nearly 100 average. So the last 3 or 4 legs, he really has upped his scoring and cleaning up them doubles, 1st or 2nd dart.
Yeah, it's a phrase you use quite often, isn't it, Rob? Play the percentages, and he would have had 1 more dart at a double had he hit the 25, not the single 19, and that is an enormous. It doesn't sound like much, but it's an enormous difference, isn't it?
50%. Sometimes, if he'd have hit the treble 19, you'd have gone, well, I've hit the treble 19 anyway. But they don't miss that 25 very often.
A Whitlock with a break of throw and a 1-leg advantage, 2 legs away from finishing 3rd in his debut season in the Premier League.
Please give both players the very best
King,
order. Thank you.
Beaten finalist here last year when he so memorably beat Phil Taylor in the semi-final, and then just couldn't back up, could he? Just had nothing left against James Wade in that final.
I think the turnaround was a bit too quick for him. Couldn't get his head round it. Now a big task here for Mervyn. He needs to start getting the scoring going.
We saw a 164 from Philip Taylor in his semi-final against King. Is the King going to be on the wrong end of another huge outshot, this time from Whitlock? I'll tell you what, it's on. Another one of those for the bullseye. Far away. We saw Taylor use the more traditional treble 20, treble 18 route, but in fact, 2 treble 19s is probably easier, isn't it? Because you don't have to switch across.
Exactly right. If the first one goes in, you've already got your guy. But Whitlock has missed the 170 tonight as well. Missed the bullseye on that, so he's going to get 2 darts at double 8 to go 7-5 up against Mervyn King in his 3rd and 4th playoff.
17.
Unexpected errors from Whitlock. King with a chance. We saw him miss this 62 in the last leg. This is what happened last time, 1 at double 16.
30.
Deja vu for the King. Whitlock wants double 4 to put 2 legs between the 2 players.
Well, if he misses it, he wants to put it outside. He doesn't want to split it, but he puts it right between the tram lines.
Simon Whitlock.
The big green bet, that's what it would have looked for Simon. There it is.
To throw first. Once again, folks, please.
Mervyn
Very
needs to win this leg, otherwise Whitlock will walk off.
King sporting his trademark earplugs.
100.
A man that the crowd love to hate. Not as popular with the darts crowd as the big bad wolf or the bloke that pushed Humpty Dumpty off the wall.
Yeah, Mervyn's got to work on that. It is unfair at times, I have to say, but you know, acknowledging the crowd, working with the crowd. It's like Stephen Fry, said about the actors. You've got to work with it. You mustn't work against it. But he didn't hear the crowd booing with them 3 darts winning.
He's got some fans in the house. There's a few attending by royal appointment. That was King's 2nd maximum of the match. Whitlock has 3. And Whitlock has 306 between him and victory in this match. Mind you, King is steamrollering on in this leg. I feel is going to have to be coming back on his own throw in the 14th leg. Difficult to see King losing this leg from here.
Well, he shouldn't do, because he's going to get at least 6 darts. Don't miss big numbers, really. He's going for the 51. Now this is where I'd go for a 25 again.
57.
And again, we're using percentage. If Simon Whitlock went and hit a 180 here, Merv may only get the 1 dart at the double. Simon's not going to pressure the shot now, so
79.
Well, he's left to himself the big one. If King does miss, and well, we've seen Whitlock hit it twice in the. Well, he's gone bust. He's gone bust here, Mervyn King. We've seen Whitlock hit this 170 in the World Championship and in the Premier League. It's something he practices, and King, having bust his score by hitting the wrong double, watches anxiously. Well, not this time for Simon Whitlock. So back for 64.
96.
Well, now there's a bit of pressure on, because now Mervyn King may have to take this 64 out. Now he's only going to get 1 dart at 16s. Well, he knows where that double is, and he's hit it this time to stay in this 3rd and 4th playoff.